In the vast expanses of the universe, the Galactic Empire, a formidable coalition of advanced alien species, prided themselves on their technological superiority and physical prowess. Across myriad star systems, their citizens utilized sophisticated training simulators to enhance their physical attributes. A far cry from the rudimentary and often ridiculed human gyms with their clanking weights and sweaty benches. The Empire's Central Council Chamber, a grand structure located on the capital planet of Zetherian, buzzed with an air of condescension whenever the topic of Earth's fitness practices arose. The chamber, a marvel of alien architecture, featured floating seats and holographic displays, symbolizing the peak of galactic achievement. During one such meeting, Ambassador Zelkor, a towering figure with shimmering blue skin and multiple articulate limbs, spoke dismissively of the latest reports from their human observations. "It's quite baffling," he began, his voice echoing through the translators embedded in each delegate's ear. "These humans cling to such primitive methods, lifting heavy objects repetitively. It's almost a ritual of futility." Laughter rippled through the chamber, a sound as varied as the species that made it. The council enjoyed their regular dismissals of human culture, which they saw as an amusing diversion from the more pressing galactic affairs. However, not everyone shared this dismissive stance. Councillor Yalthreen, a keen observer from the planet Orlex, had spent considerable time studying human behaviors and their unorthodox methods.
"We should not underestimate their resilience or ingenuity," Yalthreen interjected, her voice calm but firm. "There is something to be said about their physical training. It's raw, yes, but deeply grounded in their biology and psychology."
Zelkor waved an appendage in a gesture of mock concern. "Perhaps you would suggest we adopt their barbaric practices, Counselor?" Before Yalthreen could reply, an unexpected alert sounded. The Council's attention snapped to the main hologram displaying an urgent message from the Human Galactic Relations Office. "Esteemed members," the office's director announced, "we have received a formal challenge from Earth's United Nations. They propose a contest of strength, a powerlifting showdown, to be held on neutral ground. They wish to prove the worth of their training methods against our own." An incredulous murmur filled the chamber. Such a direct challenge was unprecedented. Zelkor scoffed. "A spectacle! Surely we can dismiss this farce outright." Yalthreen, however, saw an opportunity. "If we refuse, we might appear fearful of their challenge, or worse, arrogant enough to ignore it. Participating could prove enlightening, or at the very least, provide definitive proof of our superiority." After a tense debate, the Council agreed. The Galactic Empire would send a representative to the showdown. The event was to be held on Titan, a moon of Saturn, favored for its neutral atmosphere and minimal gravitational bias. As the Council adjourned, preparations began in earnest. The Empire selected their champion, Krezul, a being from the warrior planet Draxor. Known for his incredible strength and combat skills, Krezul had trained with the most advanced physical enhancers the galaxy had to offer. Meanwhile on Earth, news of the upcoming showdown spread like wildfire. Humanity, often seen as the underdog in interstellar relations, rallied behind their chosen champion, an unassuming powerlifter named Mike Dawson. Mike, a 3-time world champion, was renowned for his incredible strength and humble demeanor. As both champions prepared for the impending contest on Draxor, Krezul undertook a regimen that would have been unimaginable to the human competitors. In the vast halls of the Draxorian elite training facility, he subjected himself to gravity fields that fluctuated wildly, mimicking the heaviest and lightest environments one could encounter in the known universe. The purpose was twofold: to build his strength beyond its already formidable limits, and to adapt his body to any potential conditions on Titan. The facility's walls were lined with screens displaying data on Mike Dawson's training routines, his strength levels, and his previous competition statistics. Analysts from across the Empire contributed to the strategy, theorizing the best ways to counter human endurance and resilience. Back on Earth, Mike Dawson's approach was starkly different. His gym in Colorado was rudimentary compared to Krezul's high-tech environment. Surrounded by supporters and longtime trainers, Mike focused on perfecting his form and technique. He lifted traditional weights, iron bars and plates that clanged with each drop, imbuing a sense of gritty determination into his training. His coach, a veteran of numerous interstellar athletic encounters, emphasized strategy over strength. It's not just about lifting the weight. It's about how you lift it, how you handle the pressure when the eyes of the universe are on you, he advised Mike during a particularly grueling session. The interstellar audience. As the showdown neared, media outlets across the galaxy began to cover the event extensively. Viewing rights were sold and bartered for, and it seemed as if every sentient being in the galaxy had an opinion on the outcome. The spectacle, initially dismissed by many in the Galactic Empire as a trivial affair, had ballooned into one of the most anticipated events of the decade. On Zetherion, Zelkor watched with a mix of amusement and annoyance as the public's fascination grew. The event was drawing attention away from more significant political maneuvers he had been planning, yet he couldn't deny the value of the unity it brought to the Empire's diverse citizens, all rooting for Krezul to affirm their shared superiority. In contrast, the mood on Earth was one of cautious optimism mixed with national pride. Mike had become a symbol of human tenacity and potential. Public viewing parties were planned, and schools organized events around the showdown to educate children about the broader universe. The arrival on Titan. When the day of the showdown arrived, Titan was transformed. The neutral moon now hosted a massive arena, constructed specifically for the event. Half of it mirrored the cold, metallic tech of the Galactic Empire, while the other half bore the rugged, industrial look of a traditional Earth gym. Krezul arrived in a procession that was as much a show of force as it was a part of the competition. Flanked by warships and heralded by a chorus of Draxorian battle hymns, his entry was designed to intimidate. Mike, in contrast, arrived quietly aboard a standard Earth space shuttle, accompanied by his coach and a small team. His arrival was understated, his focus evident in his determined stride as he entered the arena. The competitors met at the center of the arena floor, their handshake an iconic moment broadcast across thousands of worlds. Krezul's hand enveloped Mike's, his grip firm but not overly aggressive. Mike met his gaze evenly, his demeanor calm and unyielding. The rules were simple. Each competitor would have 3 attempts to lift the maximum weight they could manage. The combined total would determine the win. The arena on Titan buzzed with energy as the first round of the Powerlifting Showdown began. Krezul was the first to step up, approaching the bar loaded with weights that seemed to defy the laws of gravity. The bar itself was a marvel of engineering, capable of adjusting its mass electronically to match the desired weight. Krezul's first lift was a calculated display of brute strength, effortlessly hoisting the bar as if it were no heavier than a feather. His alien physique, enhanced by years of training in fluctuating gravity fields, handled the lift with a precision that left many spectators in awe. Mike watched from the sidelines, analyzing Krezul's technique and form. Unlike Krezul, Mike's strength was not augmented by alien technology or exotic training environments. His power came from years of disciplined earthbound training, pushing against the very gravity that bound him to his home planet. When it was his turn, Mike approached the bar, exhaled deeply, and executed his lift. The weight, significant though it was, moved smoothly from the ground to the locked position above his head. The crowd, comprising both humans and aliens, erupted in cheers. Mike's lift was not just a demonstration of strength but a testament to human determination, strategy, and skill. The subsequent rounds intensified as each competitor pushed their limits. Krezul attempted a weight that no Draxorian had lifted publicly, a gamble that could secure his victory if successful. The arena held its breath as he positioned himself. With a roar that echoed off the metal walls, he lifted the bar. It moved inch by painstaking inch until, just as victory seemed within reach, his grip faltered, and the bar crashed to the platform with a resounding clang. A murmur of disbelief spread through the crowd. Krezul, regaining his composure, nodded in acknowledgement of the challenge and stepped back, his eyes now fixed on Mike. Mike's strategy shifted with his opponent's miss. With a more conservative increase in weight, he could overtake Krezul without reaching his personal maximum. His coach's earlier words echoed in his mind about handling the pressure. As he approached the bar for his final lift, the weight set slightly above his last successful attempt. He felt the weight of the expectations pressing down on him. With a steady inhale, Mike lifted. The bar rose steadily, his body maintaining perfect form under the strain. As he locked the lift above his head, the arena erupted once again. Mike had not only matched but exceeded Krizul's total by a narrow margin. The final verdict. As the judges confirmed the results, the impact of the event began to settle across the galaxy. Mike's victory was more than a personal triumph. It was a symbolic victory for humanity. The underdog had triumphed, not through sheer strength, but through strategy, resilience, and an unwavering spirit. Krizul, gracious in defeat, approached Mike as the crowds began to chant Earth's champion's name. The two competitors shook hands, a gesture of mutual respect that transcended their physical contest. This sportsmanship was broadcast across star systems, becoming a symbol of hope and unity in a galaxy often divided by differences. On Earth, celebrations erupted. Mike became a hero not only for his athletic prowess, but for embodying the potential of every human being. His victory was seen as a breakthrough in human-alien relations, a bridge built not through diplomacy alone, but through the shared language of sport and competition. In the Galactic Empire, the reaction was mixed. While some viewed the loss as a blow to their perceived supremacy, others saw it as a valuable lesson in humility. In the aftermath of the Titan Showdown, the galaxy found itself at a crossroads. News of Mike Dawson's victory spread faster than light across communication networks, reaching the furthest colonies and the most secluded outposts. Everywhere, beings of all species debated the implications of a human winning against a Draxorian in such a public and physically demanding competition. On Zetherion, the political landscape began to shift subtly. Zelkor faced criticism for his earlier dismissive attitude towards humans, which some now viewed as a strategic misstep. In an effort to stabilize his position, he proposed a series of interspecies exchange programs, focusing on athletic, cultural, and technological collaborations. His aim was not only to mend the bruised ego of the Empire, but to genuinely engage with humanity's potential as a galactic partner. Earth's new status. Earth's status in the interstellar community grew exponentially. Mike's victory had proven Earthlings' capabilities and resilience, attracting interest from multiple sectors. Trade agreements, cultural exchanges, and technological collaborations were proposed, with Earth becoming a focal point for many who had previously overlooked it. Mike himself was appointed as a goodwill ambassador, tasked with representing humanity's interests and fostering relations across star systems. The Unity Games proposal. The idea for the Unity Games emerged during a high-level meeting on the neutral space station, Orbis, where leaders and representatives from various planets gathered to discuss the new galactic dynamics. Inspired by the historic showdown, they proposed an organized series of competitions, not limited to physical strength but encompassing various disciplines from science to art. The Unity Games were envisioned as a platform for fostering peace and showcasing the diverse talents of the galaxy's inhabitants. Each participating species would have the opportunity to demonstrate their unique strengths and learn from others, promoting mutual respect and understanding. The games would rotate among different planets, allowing hosts to display their homeworld's cultural and technological advancements. Preparations begin. Preparations for the inaugural Unity Games kicked off with enthusiasm. Committees composed of multiple species were formed to outline the rules and structure of the games. Technology played a crucial role, with advanced simulations and virtual environments being developed to accommodate the wide range of physical abilities and environmental needs of the participants. Back on Earth, Mike was deeply involved in preparing the human teams for their participation. Training camps sprouted up, not just focusing on athletic prowess, but also on scientific and artistic competitions. Earthlings took to the preparations with vigor, eager to prove that their initial success was not a mere fluke, but a testament to their capabilities. The Echo of Titan. As the Unity Games opening ceremony drew near, the impact of the Titan Showdown lingered in the hearts and minds of all who anticipated the upcoming festivities. The event had transcended its origins as a simple challenge of strength to become a catalyst for unity and cooperation in a galaxy rich with diversity, but riddled with historical divisions. This new era, marked by the exchange of knowledge and the celebration of differences, had all started with one man's victory against the odds, proving that sometimes the smallest of steps could lead to the... As the galaxy inched closer to the opening of the Unity Games, anticipation built like static in the ether. Planets were abuzz with activity, each delegation fine-tuning their participants in disciplines ranging from zero-gravity ballet to quantum calculus. These games were not just a competition, but a showcase of the highest forms of cultural expression and intellectual achievement each civilization could offer. On the lush, water-rich planet of Aquaria, swimmers adapted their techniques to handle the varying viscosities and buoyancies prepared for the aquatic sports. They trained in liquid environments based on exotic compounds, ensuring readiness for any competition scenario. Their fluid movements were poetry in motion, a dance with the very essence of their environment. Technological marvels and challenges. Meanwhile, on the technologically advanced planet Silica, engineers and scientists prepared for the engineering challenges and science fairs that formed the intellectual cornerstone of the games. They developed machines capable of constructing complex structures atom by atom, showcasing the precision and scalability of their nano-engineering techniques. However, not all was smooth sailing. The diversity of environments required for the various species posed a considerable challenge. The organizing committee worked tirelessly with architects and environmental engineers to create adaptable venues. These venues used cutting-edge technology to alter their conditions in real time, ensuring optimal comfort and safety for all participants, regardless of their home planet's atmosphere or gravity. Artistic expressions. Across the cosmos, cultural exhibitions were also a core part of the Unity Games, with artists from different worlds bringing their unique perspectives and aesthetics. On the vibrant arts colony of Prismatica, painters and sculptors used light as their primary medium, crafting dynamic sculptures that shifted in color and form with the viewer's perspective. Their artworks were not just seen but experienced, changing as one moved around them, an interaction of observer and creation. Earth's evolving role. Back on Earth, the sentiment was a mixture of pride and responsibility. Having sparked this unprecedented event, Earth was now seen as a central hub for interstellar relations. Mike Dawson, once a simple athlete, found himself at the heart of this transformation. He worked closely with leaders and organizers, ensuring that the human delegation was not just competitive, but also exemplar in their hospitality and openness. Night before the Games. The night before the Games, a grand gala was held on the space station Orbis, which served as the administrative and logistical center for the Games. Representatives of various species mingled, their forms ranging from the bioluminescent beings of Nocturna, who communicated in a symphony of light and color, to the silicon-based life forms of Crystallon, whose thoughts were transmitted through subtle vibrations. The gathering was a microcosm of the larger games to come, a testament to the power of competition and camaraderie to bridge the vast expanses between stars. As the delegations interacted, old prejudices melted away under the shared light of stars. The gala set the tone for the games, emphasizing unity and mutual appreciation. As the participants returned to their quarters, the stars above seemed to shine a little brighter, their light a beacon for the potential of what the next days would bring. The Unity Games were more than a competition. They were a celebration of the collective achievements and possibilities of the galaxy's many inhabitants. The Unity Games opened with a spectacle of light and sound that transcended language and species. Across the vast floating arena, designed to accommodate thousands from different atmospheres and gravities, holograms of ancient and futuristic symbols blended into one another, telling the story of universal unity. The ceremony began with a parade of participants, each delegation showcasing their cultural heritage through dress, music, and dance. Earth's contingent, dressed in deep blue adorned with representations of their diverse ecosystems, marched proudly, their heads held high under the gaze of the galaxy. The competitions begin. As the games commenced, each event became a focal point for innovation and mastery. In the field of zero-gravity ballet, dancers from Nebulon floated through the arena, their bodies weaving stories in the air, defying the very notion of up and down. Their performance was a favorite, leaving audiences in awe of their grace and control in an environment where most would flounder. In the Quantum Calculus Showdown, minds from the intellectual powerhouse of Cerebrian solved complex problems that would shape the future of space travel and energy consumption. Their rapid calculations and solutions were broadcast live, with commentators explaining the profound impacts of each discovery and theorem proved during the games. Challenges and triumphs. Not all was smooth, however. A gravity ball match, a sport similar to soccer but played in 3 dimensions, saw a heated contest between Draxor and the newly participating planet Viridia. Tempers flared as the Viridian team adapted more quickly to the variable gravity conditions, a testament to their planet's fluctuating environments. The match, which ended in a narrow victory for Viridia, was a lesson in humility and sportsmanship, with both teams later sharing strategies and embracing as equals. Artistic celebrations. Meanwhile, the art exhibitions provided a peaceful counterpoint to the competitive spirit of the games. Here, creations from Prismatica were displayed alongside Earth's traditional sculptures and digital artworks, creating a tapestry of expression that spoke to universal themes of life, love, and existence. The exhibitions were not just for viewing, but for interaction, encouraging attendees to leave their marks and messages, a collective artwork evolving with each participant's contribution. Closing moments. As the games drew to a close, the closing ceremony mirrored the opening's grandeur, but with a reflective twist. A massive holographic display showed moments of victory and camaraderie from the games, highlighting the emotional journeys of the participants. Mike Dawson, who had seen his share of both triumph and challenge, carried the flag for Earth during the final parade. His presence was a symbol of Earth's journey from a planetary underdog to a respected member of the Galactic community. Legacy of the Unity Games. The Unity Games concluded with a declaration of their continuation, set to occur every 4 years, rotating through different host planets. The legacy of these games was a deepened understanding across cultures and species, a shared commitment to peace and mutual respect. For Earth and for all involved, the games had opened new doors for collaboration, friendship, and unity. As the delegations departed, promises were made to meet again, under different stars and perhaps different circumstances, but always with the Unity Games as a beacon of their shared aspirations and dreams for a better, united galaxy.